What is imagination? To talk about this, we should begin with time and consciousness. According to Edmund Husserl, a German philosopher, time itself cannot be directly perceived. What we can perceive is the events happening in time, and he called those events temporal objects. The present perceptions towards temporal objects has primal impression as a source point, which can be regarded as an original representation. But primal impression will not disappear immediately due to the progression of time. Instead, it would be retained in our consciousness, which is called primary remembrance, due to the memory of consciousness. Let's look at this example. When we press the key down, we perceive a tone at the present. The piano emanates the sound and stopped. The external stimuli thus disappeared immediately, yet the tone in our consciousness did not disappear. The past moment is attached to a new moment, and every original representation copies the previous one. We can perceive a whole temporal object like a song because the first few notes of the music had already been played. We can only directly listen to the present notes that had been played, but the played part of the music can be retained in our present consciousness. Therefore, we have a sense of passing time, and this explains how we receive a whole continuous temporal object.
A time order of events enable us to carry out mental time travel, but not the Doraemon type of time travel in your mind. Mental time travel is a concept first hypothesized by Andrew Twilfin, an Estonian-Canadian cognitive neuroscientist in the 1980s. It refers to the ability to be aware of our past and future. The ordinary type of past-oriented mental time travel is to revisit past events by retrieving episodic memory, including all our time-related experiences. With the ability to revisit past events, we can reminisce and attach personal stories to facts, making our information stored more believable. Future-oriented mental time travel means the ability to construct mental scenarios in the future and generate predictions, like thinking of what to avoid. But, basing on what, can we decide how to behave in the future? Consider a situation. You lost your phone, thinking of where you have last seen your phone. You have an idea where to find it. Basing on what, can we decide how to behave in the future? Episodic memory is essential to both past and future-oriented mental time travel, as past scenarios can be reflected in the expected situations. The ability to travel backward mentally is the key to our civilization. It explains human behavior like planting seeds, making and keeping records, educating the young to benefit them in the future, exploring the stars. However, there has always been saying that our past memory is an obstacle to another factor that makes us human, that is, imagination. Is that true?
Humans possess the ability to learn from the past or anything we have contact with, such as the internet we surf or the book we read. It is our instinct of self-protection by which similar mistakes could be avoided, and it helps with the reliable decisions or response in our daily life. Before we make up our minds, the past memories will always affect the determinant of our later actions. Among all the analogies, spatial theory compares memories to some objects stored in a space, and they will be taken out when imagination occurs as a reference to estimate the probability of the future. Imagination is an ability to extract and integrate the previous experiences into some new fictional scenes in mind. Thus, the denotation of creativity involves not only something new, but something precious by the virtue of the inspiration.